Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Vechain. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. And if you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. Taking a look at Vechain on the daily chart, as you can see, we're starting to break out of this large channel down pattern, which is a very positive sign. We're running into this resistance block that I showed you in the last update, and potentially we could see a retracement from here. But overall, Vechain needs to be breaking local highs to be bullish. This could simply be a lower high, and we could continue down with the downtrend as Bitcoin sees another pullback. Now, the FOMC meeting that is going to be happening on February 1st is going to be a pretty important one, because if they decide to increase the interest rates by another 50 basis points rather than the 25 basis points everyone is expecting, we might see a pretty strong correction for altcoins, because they're getting pretty overextended right now, and for a healthy continuation, we do need to see some sort of a retracement. So zooming into actually, let me just zoom back out and show you the Fibonacci retracement that I have. As always, if you don't know how to use the Fibonacci retracement, there's going to be a link down below in the description. Make sure you watch that video to learn how I use the Fibonacci retracement, because it's an integral part of my technical analysis. So we have our swing high all the way back here in November 2021, and the swing low is in May of 2021. Now we have retraced all the way down below the 1.618, which is our technical target at 0.025. And we have almost reached our capitulation target, which is the second fib level at 0.01447. So that is going to be our target for now if we see more downside in the near future. But for now, as you can see, we are rallying, and this is a pretty good opportunity for us to swing trade. I would say if you haven't sold yet, this could be a nice opportunity for you to make some money. For example, if we take profits right now and we try to buy back in at the 20 EMA, that's going to be a 7% move. If you want to buy off the 55, that's a 12% move. And if you want to buy at the resistance of the channel down pattern, or now it's turned into support, that would be around about 13-14%. So obviously be careful with this. I'm not a financial advisor by any means. I have swing traded some of my altcoins, and all of that will be shared on my Patreon, link down below in the description. But Vechain is getting pretty overextended here from the 20 EMA. As you can see, we haven't had a retest since January 8th. And we've been in this strong uptrend. We reached the top of the resistance block that I gave you, and the resistance block is from 0.02350 all the way down to 0.02 cents. So it is very possible that we could come back down to the bottom of the support block after this move to the upside. We might come back up, retest the support, and continue on from there. That would be a very healthy move, since this would be a higher low, right? But we would still be printing a lower high at that point. So what we need is a nice retracement and a strong move to the upside, breaking the 1.618, and then breaking this local high that we printed in November of 2022. So if that happens, great. Our next target is going to be the August local high at 0.03364. For now, like I said, if you want to swing trade, you still have the opportunity to do so. If you take a look at the daily RSI here, you can see that we're pulling back down now on the daily RSI, but there's still a good opportunity here. So if you still want to swing trade, you want to risk it, I would just target the 20 EMA. So from that to the 20 EMA, that's a 7.7% pullback. So you can buy back in cheaper, 7.7%. You can obviously, all the money that you make, you can either put it back into Vechain, or you can put it into a different project. That's what I do sometimes as well. But we do need a healthy pullback. And I think if we have a 50 BPS increase in the interest rates on February 1st, we're going to see a stronger pullback. So we may even come back down and retest this trading range over here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So this trading range that you have over here, as you can see, with this low in November and the high in December here, we might come back up to retest that. As you can see, that little zone there, but that's only if we see a stronger pullback. And Bitcoin looks very overextended right now, so we do need to see a pullback back to $20,000, I would say, for us to have a healthy retest. And I think at that point, altcoins will probably correct down to the 20 EMA on the daily or the 55 EMA on the daily chart. Like I said, you can also target the upper line of the channel down pattern. So this is our support trend line for now. So what we could do is potentially drop back down out of this support block, retest the previous resistance as support, and continue on from there. That would also be a very healthy move. Obviously, if we see a strong capitulation, we see more selling pressure, we see more bearish news coming out, we might continue down into the channel down pattern until we bottom out again and continue on to the bull market in 2024. But for now, this low that we printed in January, this is our local low for now at 0.01545. So if we see any strong capitulations, I would say this is a pretty strong level to be accumulating more Vechain. If we do come back down to that level and retest it, that could provide us with a very nice double bottom pattern, but that's obviously we don't know what's going to happen. For now, I wouldn't necessarily be buying into Vechain. I would wait for a pullback and then buy some tokens. Personally, I don't own any Vechain tokens. So with the daily RSI, I did tell you that once we reach the pink trend line there, as we did these previous 2 times, this could be a good opportunity to take some profits. And if you sold here, you can wait for a retracement all the way back down to this support block that we have here, this purple support block. As you can see, we've retested that multiple times as support and as resistance. Then we blasted through that in January here, and now we're looking for a pullback. So I think this purple support block could hold us. At least that could be a nice buying opportunity for you, just because historically this was a pretty important level in the past 3 to 4 months. Now, I do want to switch over to the Binance website to check out the weekly chart. And before we continue, I quickly want to ask you, do you value your privacy? If the answer is yes, then you must take a look at ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN offers you the privacy that you deserve, no activity logs and no connection logs. Your internet provider won't be able to access anything, and anyone using the same open free Wi-Fi in the cafe as you won't be able to do any harm or breach your security. You can use the ExpressVPN application on any device. You can connect it to your PlayStation, or you can even connect it to your router so that anyone who connects is automatically secured. Or if you're looking to access any region-blocked content on your streaming platform, well, ExpressVPN can do that as well. If you're living in the Netherlands and you want to access a TV show that's only available in Japan, well, my friend, you can do that with ExpressVPN. You can use the link down below in the description and get a discounted price along with 3 extra months for free. You can get your money back if you don't like it, but I don't see any reason why you wouldn't like it, because we all need the privacy, and in today's age especially. And you can also pay with Bitcoin, so that's a really cool feature as well. And let's get on with the video. Moving down into the weekly chart right now on Binance, as you can see, we do have a very large support block here from 0.02266 all the way down to 0.00887. So this is a support block based off of this high in August 2020 and the low in November 2020. And as you can see, we dipped our toes into the support block in January and December, and now we're moving out of it, but we're sort of running into the resistance here. If we manage to hold above this 0.02266 level, that would be great. As you can see, we have retraced all the way down to our second fib level here. We had a very nice bounce from that. So we have our swing high November 2022 and the swing low in October 2022 for this little local Fibonacci retracement. As you can see, we went all the way down to the 1.618, had a retracement from the 1.272. We got back down to the second fib level. This was a great entry point, and then we moved all the way up, and now we're running into the 0.786 level, and we almost wicked to the golden ratio there at 0.618. So effectively, what we're doing right now is printing a lower high. However, you can also see that we have a falling wedge pattern playing out here, and we're starting to break out of that. The technical target would be all the way up here at 0.033, which was the area where the falling wedge was initially created. And that is our technical target for now. But for that, obviously, we need to continue out of this pattern, and Bitcoin doesn't need to see any strong pullbacks. But what could happen is we might come back down and retest the previous resistance of the falling wedge as support. That would be a great entry, and then we can continue and we can take out our target in the next month or so. Hopefully that plays out, but as you can see, we're holding the 20 EMA on the weekly chart here. That is also a very good sign. We haven't done that ever since March last year. So if we manage to hold above the 20 EMA, that's going to be very, very bullish. And also you do have this little support block here. Let me give you anywhere from 0.02165 all the way down to 2 cents. This is a little support block that I have here on the weekly chart. And yeah, so like I said, if we see a strong move to the upside, this yellow resistance trend line is going to be something that we might retest and come back down from, as we have done back in May and August last year. Taking a look at the weekly RSI, as you can see, we're having a little bit of a move to the upside. Nothing too significant as of right now. We might run into resistance here in March of 2022 because we've done so multiple times, or not multiple times. We've run into this level in March of 2022. So that's a resistance level we need to be looking out for. And as you can see, we've run into this level, or we've ran into this level in June of 2019. And we've retested it as support in August of 2020. So this is a pretty significant level, so we might see another retest down the line. The stochastic is starting to recover from the oversold. As you can see, this could be a local move into March that we might see. We might have something like this, then we retrace in March, April, all the way down, and then we have another move into August of 2023. As we usually do, we have a little fake out in August, and then we come back down. And I think at the end of 2023 and early 2024 is when we're going to be seeing the first shades of the bull market playing out. And the MACD is looking pretty healthy. The bullish cross that we got in July of 2022 is playing out pretty well. If we compare that to the price action, as you can see, that didn't age very well, because since July we have pulled back, and since this July low we've went even 28% lower. So as you can see, that's why you don't trade based off of the MACD alone, but the histogram is bullish for now. We had a little EMA squeeze here where the moving average, the yellow moving average, bounced off the red signal line. We're breaking out of a falling wedge, so this is looking bullish for Vechain right now. Short term, like I said, we might see a little pullback at the beginning of February, and then we might see continuation of the trend of this local uptrend that we're starting. And until we take out this August 2022 high, I'm not going to be saying that we have printed the low for Vechain. So that has been it for this video. If I missed out anything important, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to check out my Twitter and Patreon, linked down below in the description. I'm going to see you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.